Okay, looking at Rivn here. A subscriber wanted me to check it out, so that is what I'm doing. You can see it did break above this moving average here, so it is bullish, and had a lot of bull momentum actually from about 13 bucks all the way up to 28 here. Pulled back and looks like it's going to be making its way back up. So the only thing with Rivn here is this is not going to be a popular opinion, but sorry, this is so laggy right now. Yeah, this is not, like, if you look at this stock from historic points here, it's been nothing but straight down, and probably because it's a garbage company. And I'm just going to take some time here and look at the financials here, because I looked at these earlier and it's pretty laughable, but this is how a lot of these tech, electric car, electric manufacturer vehicle companies are. So price to earnings here, it's not profitable. This company's never made money, but somehow it's worth $21 billion. Doesn't pay dividends, so even if holding their stock, they're not going to pay you anything. You look at their performance, yeah, they never made money. Yes, their revenue's going up, but the more money they make, the more they just lose. So your standard local lemonade stand actually makes more money than this company. So, and I know that's going to offend a lot of people, but I don't care. It's the truth. So that's the finances of this company. Would I buy this? Absolutely not. Technical wise, do I think it's going to go up a little bit? Yes. I think it did find some support here at right around 20 bucks, and I do think that it will retest this this somewhat previous high here right around 28. As far as like buying or selling it, like I said, the finances really hurt me to look at, so like I would never buy this because I would never just want to get stuck with a company that doesn't make money. And the idea is like, well, they'll grow into their valuation and like blah blah blah, electric cars the future. No, they're not, but let's pretend they are. Then okay, fine, once this company starts making money, I would buy it, sure, but it's not profitable. So but as far as like technical standpoint and a quick trade to possibly profit from, yeah, I mean, I could see it here. Like I would probably just wait. It's above all the moving averages, so that's good. There's definitely some bull momentum here. A lot of bull momentum right out of 20 bucks here. So, and the next target is about 28, and I would probably just wait till this pulled back even a little bit. I mean, there's a little area here of liquidity on this 1 hour time frame right around 22 bucks. So, I mean, you're probably good to buy it now all the way to 28. And you're probably good to buy it at $22 and hold it to 28. But after that, I don't really think so. I think this is a somewhat dying stock for a long time. I think this is Zoom after 2020. If you guys remember that stock, I remember just looking at that, and I should have shorted it back then, but because I knew it would tank, and eventually it did. But yeah, this is kind of my take on Rivn here. As far as a technical standpoint, I do think it's going to keep going up a little bit. There is a chance that it creates a lower liquidity level below this previous one though, so I would be mindful of that. If you want to just think, if you think you're just safe to hold it to 28 bucks, I would be cautious about that, just because yeah, it can create a liquidity zone before that. So $28 is where everyone's going to get out, but the smart people might get out a little bit earlier, right? Because it's really hard to time tops and bottoms. So I mean, getting out at 27 or 26.50, might be a little bit more ideal. But as far as like bull momentum, I mean, these candles are strong. So I think you'd be good to buy it now if this was your outlook. If you weren't looking at setting a stop and taking a trade based on a pure risk reward, just because I don't think there's really, that's the thing, like if it breaks this zone, let's say this pulls back and you're looking for a buy, if it breaks this $22 mark, this $22 area, we don't really know where it's headed. So there's no real support in between here. It's still below the 1 hour moving average. So as far as that goes, like it's still temporary, pretty bearish in ways, just because it is below this 1 hour moving average. So we don't even have this to use, like let's say we're going to buy this, we don't even have this to use as support, so it's still going to function as resistance as price comes up and meets it. So yeah, that's kind of that's my take on Rivn. I think probably a good buy up to 28 bucks, but as a long-term company, not a chance. I mean, it's just like it doesn't make money, right? So I understand you might think it's the future. If anyone's watching this and they hate me because I'm not saying that I'm against electric vehicles. They're just not practical for most places in the world. And this company as a company is not profitable. It really irritates me when you see financials like this, where a company's valued at $21 billion. Let's just say this company was break even every year. Let's say they didn't make money, but they broke even and they're worth $21 billion. That's still like 6 times revenue. So I think their revenue for this year is supposed to be $3 billion or something. Let's see that. Oh, it's assets. Where am I looking? Statements. Oh, income statement. Annual. So they're on pace for $3 billion in revenue. So that's great, but they're still valued at 21 billion. So that's 7 times annual revenue, which is outrageous. And that's, it'd be outrageous if they were profitable, which they're not. They're still losing money. So it's one of those hype things, right? People are just, this is the future, buy now. But no, does this look like the future? This looks like it's going straight to zero. So I don't think it'll go to zero, but it's just not a stock I'd want to buy long term. As far as a trading opportunity, there might be one here. Does look like there's some support at 20 bucks, and it's held above 20 bucks a couple times here. It's reacted as support. So, and this 4-hour moving average price is way above it. So, I mean, is it a healthy buy till 27, 28? Possibly. But after that, I don't think so. So that's Rivn. Thanks for watching, guys. Liking and subscribing. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think I'm crazy, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one.